Okay, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whenever you are listening to this recording. Now, we want to talk about something amazing today. We want to talk about range. Range. Now, some people call it range, some people call it trading range, trading range, while some call it range cycle. Range cycle. Okay, cycle, range cycle. Now, whatever the name they choose to call it, it's not the importance, but the logic behind it and how you can apply it to your day-to-day activity and your trading system. I think that is what is important. As you all know that I trade structure, I trade liquidity and then key level. And what I trade is I'm looking for a key level that has liquidity that is being fed into it in consistent with the market structure, in relationship with the market structure. Now, range and range cycle is under structure. And which means that for you to understand range and range cycle, your knowledge of structure must be okay. So I'm not going to talk about structure here. I'm just going to talk about range cycle. Now, the origin of range cycle is structure, like I said, which is also specifically the advanced market structure. Now, what is advanced market structure? We have something like this. Okay, a sweep, a break, right? This is a break. Then we have another break. So we have this as a sweep, we have this as a sweep, we have this as a break, and then we have another break, right? And we said in advanced market structure that once we have two break, this first low becomes liquidity. Now, note something about this first low. This low did not take out any low here. It did not take out any low here. Then, which means your entry will now be below this place. So this is what we call advanced market structure. Now, your entry can be this Quasimodo level here. It can be anything between this low, this second low, and then this first low that started as the origin. Now, this is the basic of range cycle. Now, if we now say range cycle, the first thing you need to understand is identification of a range cycle. A range cycle starts with a sweep and a break and ends with a sweep and a break. A range cycle starts with what? A sweep and a break and ends with a sweep and a break. This is what I mean. We have this, let's say we have this, okay? A sweep, a break. Now our market is doing like this. We don't have a range cycle yet as at this price action until we now see another sweep and break to the downside. This is a complete range. We have a sweep and a break. Then up here also we have what? A sweep. And we also have a break to the downside. Now, this is a complete range. And this is for a bullish market structure, right? So if it is bearish, it's going to be vice versa. It's going to be vice versa. Okay? Let me draw that of a bearish structure also. For the bearish structure, we have what? We have it starting with a sweep and a break. Then it now ends also with a sweep and a break. Now, it's this high all this I now becomes liquidity. This I becomes liquidity. This I becomes liquidity. This I becomes also liquidity. And this I becomes the highest point of invalidation, which means that we are not expecting market to even get here to this I or take out this I. Are there cases where market will take out that I? Yes, market has the mind of its own, but our own is to have enough data and confluence before we take any trade decision. So now expectation is that market should come up here, then drop, so okay, now let's go into charts. I'm still going, this is just a first video. In the next video we'll talk about how to combine your range with market structure. Get how to combine range with market structure, because it's not just about identifying, oh, this is range. Anybody can spot range, you get, but it's not everybody that know how to apply the range in a market scenario, you get. So now let's look at this. Let me clear my BTC. I'm using BTC because I don't have anything on it normally. Let's go to H1, right? Let me go to H4. Now every time frame have their range. Please note that also. Every time frame have their range. Every time frame have their range. Now look at this. From here, we have a range. What do I have? I have sweep here. Okay, let me do this. Sorry. I want to remove from my drawing first. Okay. We have a sweep here. Let me start from this place. We have a sweep here. A sweep of this low. But this is not a perfect example of range. Why do I say that? This I was not taken with body. So I don't really use something like this. Personally, I'm talking from personal study. I don't use this as range. But I can use this as an example. We have sweep here. We have sweep here. Market sweep this low, right? Then market break this structure. The I that form it, market break it with what? With body. Now this is where the range start from down here. Now do we have any other sweep and break here? Look at here. We have sweep here. Let me zoom it very well so that you can see it. We have sweep here, and we have a break down here. Break down here. And you see that after that break, market reverse back to give us a sell. But you might want to be wondering that why is it that we have market did not come? Why is it that market did not come down to this extreme? It is possible. When you have a range, it does not necessarily mean that market will come down. What I use is that market should come to at least 50% of my range from here to here. So you can see it is from this 50% that I can now be looking for a potential buy from. It's from this 50% that I can be looking for a potential buy opportunity from. Now look at this. Another thing that I want you to notice, when we get to structure, linking range to structure, I will explain what I'm about to talk about now. I will explain it very well. Look at this range. If I go to daily, you will see something amazing. What do you see? On daily, it is not a range. What we just have on daily is a breakout. Can you see on daily we have what? A breakout here, right? And we can also say we have a kind of maybe breakout here, a breakout here. So now it is that breakout on higher time frame that give us a range on lower time frame. Let me open something. Okay, I think let me use GBP USD as an example. Okay, look at this GBP USD. The market is currently on. Look at, we have though the market is selling, look at this, my entry that I have. Why do I have my entry here? Simple. I have a range. Now I'm just showing you range. I'm not showing the other conferences or other things that I'm looking into before concluding or before making my final decision. This is a sweep of the high. Then this is the low that was broken. But let me just pick this as what? Low, break. And now we now have what? Second break. We have second break to the downside. Now the high of that first break, do you notice that high did not take out any liquidity on this 1 hour time frame? Though if you go to like maybe 30 minutes or 15 minutes, you will discover that it might take liquidity, but I don't use those time frame. So that's why my expectation is that market should take out this liquidity, right, before we have a sell. And let me go to USD card also and show you something amazing from USD card. Look at it. The same logic is what we have here. The same logic is what we have here. But now on 30, it was on 30 minutes. Look at, what do we have here? We have a sweep. We have a break. We have a break. And we have what? This low as the last low. Can you see this low that I'm marking out as the last low? If you switch to line chart, you will be able to see it that there's a low there. Can you see? This is the low I'm talking about. This is the body, but the wick is down here. This is the body of the low, but the wick is down here. This is the body of that low. But you discover that I did not mark the body. I mark out the wick, which is what I have down here. And what do you notice? The market comes, take it out, respect something here, and we have a buy to the upside, though we are doing a kind of a retracement, and I'm on this trade. Okay, so that is what range is all about. That is what range is all about. So see you guys in the next video.